Right, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing? Are you winning, son? Atom to the moon. Well, you are called Moonboy974, so I'll let you get away with that one. I think that's kind of fair enough. Got liquidated 37 times today. I mean, why not make it a nice round 40? Winning big, shorting OP, lovely. I'm in an OP short as well. Hello, Crypto Guap. Have I said that right, or is it GWAP? Shows you how gangster I am not. When you say it's been lovely trading conditions up till today, do you mean it's been piss easy to press the green button for the last 3 days? And now it's press the red button. It's too much. Hey guys, BTC ping pong in progress. Started watching it. Ethon Sport for a while. Let's see how it unfolds. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, like, you know, if any of you have, let me just delete all that shit. This is very unprepared and impromptu, by the way. It's just, I realised I haven't actually streamed this week, and I thought, how old am I? Wow, nice try, IRS. I thought I would stream, because it's going to be a very busy couple of days for me. I'll just do it now. How old am I? I'm not as old as I make it sound, to be honest with you. I'm early 30s. Just. So, yes, I'm Probably quite old for my age, I'd say. But I've been married longer than Bitcoin's been in existence, I think. So, I could be your dad. How'd you know I'm not? Does it matter? No, of course it doesn't. I think there's something to be said about like the naivety of some youthful people and the wisdom of some older people. But genuinely, I've met smart young people and stupid old people. So, you know, it's like the standard stereotyping of people. It just doesn't work. Like, people say that, you know, there's lots of jolly fat people. There are some unjolly fat people. I've met them. Sound like mid-20s? Oh, I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. It's probably something to do with the fact that I post KFC on my keyboard and I act very immaturely on Twitter because I don't really care about Twitter. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Are you winning? Are we all bullish still? Thoughts on the Credit Suisse situation? No idea. To me, he sounds like 32, 35. So when I said I'm early 30s, you basically said, I think he sounds like he's within that range. My guy. Hey, Wolf. What's that little thing next to your name? Watching without audio? Oh. I like that it tells me that. I better type back to you. Hello. Reloaded on the bounce. So you're still bullish. I'll talk you through my thought process. I'll talk you through why I shorted up here somewhere. Oh, you reloaded your shorts. Ah, I see. Lovely. What's up, Lucky Greg? My P&L. That's up. Net of a KFC. My waistline is up. My cholesterol is up. Lots of things are up. Lots of things. Simple SFP. It is indeed. And I think a lot of people are just getting really fucking hyped up about it. And it's... If any of you were here a couple of weeks ago, was the KFC good? Oh, it was incredible. I couldn't finish it because I'm literally done. The rings around my eyes are up. Nice. I like that. Yeah. I look like a crack whore at the moment. I'm like fucking exhausted. It's terrible. I should get some moisturizer or something. But in this time frame here, I was talking a lot about looking for, you know, a failed breakout essentially, and taking all the, you know, quote unquote invisible stops up here, or whatever bullshit people call it, but essentially just stops. And we didn't ever get that, and I always wanted it, and it was a setup that I was looking for. And then yesterday, basically when I came home, we had this, and we had an absolute monster of a ripper up there that then just looked like the classic bouncing ball pattern of, you know, lower highs and dying momentum. So I always talk about parabolic curves, which you know, are pretty much a meme, but I managed to build a little short in here, which, you know, had really nice invalidation from a really low time frame perspective of basically this. And yeah, I'm still short from 25.6-ish or something like that. I've posted it on Twitter because I'm a clout collecting arsehole like the rest of them. And yeah, I'm still in it. I'm literally just, I was looking at a flip of the mid-range to potentially hedge, but doesn't look like we're going to get it. Great short. It was quite good, but like, bear in mind that this is like classic crypto Twitter influenza. So, you know, this was the weekend, and I missed all of this. So I'm like, wow, guys, look at me, fucking woohoo! No, I'm up 6%, yeah. Any motherfucker dumb enough to press the green button would have got 26, 27% on Bitcoin, right? You go to LDO or something like that, 40%. Like, so, yeah. I'm not really sucking myself off over this one, to be honest with you. Is it a nice trade? Yeah, it'll net me a few KFCs, but really, I missed out on the meat of the move. And that's because I had plans over the weekend, basically long weekend, family stuff, and it's why I've been pretty inactive this week on Twitter, and why I will be inactive this weekend as well, coming up. But you can't time the moves, and sadly, the market just moved without me, and I paid an extortionate amount of money somewhere down here on the whole USDC drama just to avoid it for the weekend. But so I was one of the clowns that sold some USDC down here somewhere. But I couldn't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people just, I don't know. You have to decide the level of risk that you're comfortable with in your assets that you've got in crypto. And that was my level of risk. That was too high for me. I decided that I didn't want to be thinking about it all weekend, and so I exited my USDC at a loss. But fuck it. Why didn't I buy? Because, like, if you think about it from a pure risk return perspective, which I know is a dumb way to do it because you need to, multiply it by the probability of that happening, and the probability of that happening was reasonably low. So it's this mentality of like it's a RR of 0.12 or whatever. I think it was actually 0.14 at the time I did it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it was something like that. But whatever it was, like that's your kind of trade, and then obviously you multiply that by the expectancy of that happening. And I just couldn't be fucked going into the weekend, wondering if I should be checking Twitter every 2 seconds, wondering if it's going to collapse. I just couldn't be fucked with it. So the question was, do you want to pay like 20 grand or something just to avoid that? Like, yeah, fine, fuck it. I took a massive W from FTX and managed to get out of that completely unscathed. So this, in the scheme of things, is, sometimes you pay the price and it works out, and sometimes you pay the price and it doesn't. So fuck it. Never liked USDC. Lucky. Oh yeah, I was lucky to get out of FTX. I was really lucky. And one of the main reasons I got out of FTX was because I saw an interview with Eric Voorhees, and I've probably butchered his name, but he's an absolute legend, and he supports Rune, which was one of my big bags for the last bull run that made me a ton of money, and it was absolutely wonderful. I'm cutting out? Oh no. Is that similar for everybody? Ripperino. Let me close some shite. If that helps. Oh, you're good. You're good there. This might just be you, Bear, like X, my friend. So yeah, I literally saw an interview with Sam and Eric Voorhees, and Sam's behaviour and everything just made me so, like, at the time I had a disproportionate amount of money on FTX because I was trading there. I was trading there with size, and I hadn't managed my exchange risk as well as I should have. So yeah, I took it all out and managed to get away unscathed. Yeah, Eric killed him, but it wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that he killed him from an argumentative perspective. It was Sam's body language and the way that Sam reacted to everything that was just, he was just shaking his leg constantly like a little puppy who needed a piss the whole time. And I was just like, I've got a substantial chunk of my net worth in an exchange that's run by this guy when all these rumors are floating around. And it's just like, again, the RR of that trade. I personally said to people, this is what I'm doing, but I don't think it's going to be insolvent. So, I estimated the probability of that to be, less than 1 or 2%. So I got that completely wrong. But, all it takes is one of those to completely fuck you up. Hello, Jim. How are you? We're talking about the price of Freddos. Well, I'm probably going to fart on stream. Like you did. but it will actually not be my chair. Scandalous prices, I know. Not in a million years. I thought it would end up as bad as it was. No, I didn't either. Good evening, Margin Small. I at least thought those guys were smart, but they were degens like the rest of us, yeah. Did I say Rune? Yes, I was buying Rune back before a lot of people knew what a crypto was. Rune Ruin. Yeah. Yes. Right, where was I? I was spieling about some shit, and then I told you about how I just scuffed the USDC trade. Thoughts on Coinbase stock? Oh, I don't really think about it. The last time I told people it was shit, it ended up just absolutely rallying. So maybe if I say it's one thing, and then you take the opposite that position. So I'm like the Jim Cramer of coin. I think it was down here. I think it was down here where I was just like, if you want to bet on crypto, but don't fuck around with coin. So I'm taking quite a few L's today. Like publicly. I don't mind that. I don't give a shit. So I think it was down here. Maybe it was a bit before. I mean, I don't trade this. What's the fucking point? Why trade this when you can literally go to Spaghetti, long something that's good, and just make clean rotations? I just don't get it. So scared right now. It's soccer. Don't ban you. Thought all Brits love football. Yeah, that's kind of a meme. But they do. They kind of do, because when you meet, new guy friends or whatever, or like you meet the husband of your wife's friend, that one of the go-to questions is, so what team do you support? And when you say nobody, and they say, what sports do you follow? And you say nothing, they look at the floor as if to say, ah, fuck. Formula 1, yeah, see, I can't be asked with any of it. I'm like, I watch computer games, and I trade crypto. Do you know about Bitcoin? Come invest your life savings in this Rune coin. And be my exit liquidity. Use my ref link, etc. There's nothing to talk about. No, I just think that, genuinely, a lot of guys, especially probably in England, I think you're right to pin that on people. I don't support a team. I find the whole notion of when people talk about, well, we did this and you did that, I'm like, no, you didn't. Both you fat cunts sat at home, watched the game, probably shouted at the screen. Your contribution was absolutely nothing. There's no we in this. They're not lifting the FA Cup going, oh, thank fuck for Dave from London shouting at me. I wouldn't have got that goal. Like, the whole mentality is just backwards. Hello, I want to offer promotion. Thanks, Handmade Bowl, but go fuck yourself. Bosh. People act like they did something. Yeah. It's weird. It's just weird. Mod him. I think I nearly did mod him, to be fair. Boomer Charlie strikes again. Right, should we actually talk about some crypto? Coin, I don't know. I think if you're bullish on the space, then great. But I think if you're buying this while there's like USDC FUD and all that kind of wonderful stuff, which obviously has now prevailed and repegged, you're a braver man than me. No crypto talk? For you on Crypto GPT, what the fuck is that? Have I been living under a rock? As you can tell, I'm a little bit hyped this stream because I've had a KFC and I'm pumped on Pepsi Max. Bro, I don't even trade dog. I'm the motherfucking goat. I sold the top and bought the bottom. Boy, you were fabbing to porn. Oh my god, what are you? Just a little ant. Okay. I hope that's a pasta for your sake. My KFC order. That is sauce. It was large beans, 2 corn cobs, 2 regular fries, 4 regular fries, Pepsi Max bottle, 4 mini fillets, 1 family feast of 10-piece chicken. Damn. No, I did not eat all that. My God. My wife and daughter aren't here, so I treated myself, had to cook myself dinner. So that's what I got. The Colonel came to my rescue. What did the dog get? The dog actually got nothing. Poor little fucker. How did you know everything about trading? I think you get to a point where you realize, so there's the plateau of knowledge or whatever it's called, isn't there, which is like this. Oh, I think I know everything. Oh my God, I actually know nothing. Okay, well, I'm starting to understand how little I really know. And then you kind of get on that road to mastery, which is that kind of 10,000 hours piece, right? And I think when you get to a certain point with trading, I don't know. I always think that I don't think there's anyone that's up here and has completed the game. I don't think the game can be completed. I think the trading in and of itself is a perpetually evolving sport. Like, it's really simple at a fucking basic level, isn't it? You buy stuff. If this was a chart, you buy it here, you sell it there, right? You sell it there, or you sell it there, you buy it here, right? Really fucking simple. But there's always a lot going on in terms of the wider market context, you know, the news impacting it, the latest shitcoin, NFTs, whatever you want to go into. And it's such a good PvP sport that, like, for all everyone else knows, like, I don't know, how do I put it? There are people on Twitter who talk a lot and talk a lot of shit, and their P&L might just be fucking this. It might even be this, right? You don't know. But to me, the goal is just to have a reasonably good equity curve with minimal drawdown. You know, occasionally you get the odd fuck up and the odd blip. We have a few trades in a row that go fucking Pete Tong. But, like, it's a game of you versus you, really. And yes, you are against everyone, but contextually, you can't participate or you can't actually control the actions of the other 7 billion people on the planet. One random dickhead deciding, right, you long it here. One random dickhead goes, I'm going to sell 10,000 Bitcoin in one clip. Boof. What were you supposed to do against that? What between you putting your order on without a stop loss, them hitting sell, and you going to put a stop loss on, and it just going woof like that? Like, you know, it's such an interesting game to me. And whilst the principles of it always stay the same, the context and the environment in which you're trading in are so different. And it's different, like, every day. I mean, look, like, being completely honest with you, I did not expect a rally like this. Like, fair play to the likes of SC, who just went, nah, this is it. This is a fucking, down here. You know, this is it. This is a fucking bottom. Let's just delete some of this shit, shall we? You know, fair play, who just went, right, this is the bottom, I'm max long and everything. Yeah, this guy's being a bit of a dick, isn't he? See ya, bruv. You know, fair play. I did not expect a rally as brutal as this. Yeah, that guy obviously wasn't pastoring, and if he was, well, fuck him. We don't like rude people. One thing Hannibal had right was, you know, free-range rude, he called them. So if I'm ever going to be a cannibal, that's where I'd go. Yeah, you know, like this move, absolutely incredible. The volatility on the altcoins, what's this? Like fucking 150% moves. Okay, that's pretty much not liquid shitcoin. But most of them went, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50% like that. That's incredible. Incredible volatility. If you'd have asked me a week ago, do you think that would happen? No. Absolutely not. Yeah, good vibes only. There's no need to be a cunt to people. Do you know what I mean? But is it fabricated? What do you mean, my friend? Do you mean, is this an exit pump to bait people? You'll never know, right? And it's sentimental bullshit that will say, yes it is or yes it isn't. Like, there's no objective way of saying this. Yeah, I'm in 3 positions, I'll tell you them in a minute. because all of them are in profit, obviously, because I'm an influencer, so I should have a KFC. I also went to the chiropractor today, which, because I'm old, and she did some wonderful things to my neck. The one on my head, not the other one. And, yeah, it was great. First time I've ever been to a chiropractor. Yeah, on a CCZ, it has 1 billion stamp. I start to wonder. So the big thing I posted it the other day, and I think a lot of people, maybe even myself included, don't understand this chart. The way that I read this chart is that... No, not dump to buy. Oh, I don't know. It's bullshit. I'm going to commit $1 billion over... You know, it's this Michael Saylor bullshit. You know, show me the chart and I'll tell you the news. Right? It's as simple as that. And if he is buying and TWAPing $1 billion in, I mean, it's not really going to move BTC too much. Like, what are we looking at? You know, trillion dollar asset. Like, that's I don't even know what the bloody market cap of BTC is these days. And I don't even know what $1 billion would do in terms of depth. But yeah, I'm not gonna trade off that. Do you know what I mean? So, but anyway, my point on this is, this chart is the total market cap of USDT, USDC, and BUSD, right? And I don't know if we've got any technical analysts in the chat, but to me, and this is just my humble, non-expert opinion, well, that's in a pretty strong downtrend. I mean, I don't know about you, but that looks like a lot of the BUSD, USDC, and USDT have been cashed out into actual real money fiat. Neck with a happy ending. No. Although, because I didn't really know where I was going, I got a taxi over. And the taxi driver very lovingly told me about a Thai place that you can go to for a happy ending for much cheaper. And I was like, oh, thanks for that. I'm not sure my wife would be too happy, but there we go. A random tidbit that you did not need to know. Day trading or long-term approach? That's a good question. I adapt to the conditions that are in front of me. So if so like this, so I'm in 3 positions at the moment. One of them I'm quite happy to swing if I can swing it. So I played this swing failure here. I'm in a BTC short position from 25.6, I think it is. It's in here somewhere. Let's go to the 5-minute chart because that's, yeah, it's in this cluster here. Like literally just before the dump. So I'm short from there. I'm also in an OP short, which again, quite happy to talk about because it's in my favor. I actually longed OP down here, played a rotation through this mess. Was it there? No. Yes, it was there. I played it here and longed up to here. I had this arbitrary level, which is 2.69, giggity, and yeah, when we lost that was time to short, wrote it down, and then reshorted again in this mess, basically. So I'm currently in an OP short from 2 something or other, somewhere up here on average, and I want to ride this as far as I possibly can, and BTC from wherever it was, 25.6. So with BTC, I don't think I'm going to get a trade like that with a clean invalidation like this for a while, if my theory is right. So I'm happy to hold that for a while, especially because my main bread and butter is longing shitcoins. So I'm pretty gutted that I missed this time here because that would be my milking it season, right? So I can make money with our rotations. You know, I don't have to long $1 million of some shitcoin to make really good returns in periods where it's doing 10% up and then a little pullback, 10% up, you can compound really, really fast on our rotations, and you can turn, you know, reasonable size into significant size, and that's why I love it. And usually the rotations are quite quick, so you don't need to have a massively high attention span either. So yes, I'm short those two, and I'm long Magic as well. And I can't really take credit for this because I was chatting in the Paragon and in voice chat today, and we were talking about. I was basically in voice chat for I don't know, a couple of hours. We were chatting around this period here, and they were all talking about, right, so, you know, are we going to start logging like down here? And I was like, for me, I need to see some form of bid on altcoins, right? I need to see them starting to go like this. And then we got this sell-off, and then we started to get exactly that. And one of the guys, Dendy, shout out to him, he was talking about Magic, and I said, yeah, Magic's had a couple of good rotations, and we ended up, it was only a small position because the books are really thin, but ended up taking a position in that somewhere around here, and then Magic in and of itself, just, as you can see, just kept fucking going. And turns out to be basically the strongest alt of that rotation. So it was really nice to see the kind of approach that I've taught and the spaghetti logic and all of that coming into play in somebody in the group, which was, yeah, it's just nice, you know. You often wonder, don't you? Magic was banger for me too, twice, yeah. How do you spot? How do you spot the end of a rotation? That's a really, really good question. Usually it comes in one or two forms, so this is probably a bit too saucy. Do I just save this for the group? No. Oh, do you know what? I'm feeling generous. There's two ways typically rotations end. One is a rotation on a completely interdependent alt, right? So you've got here, everything is just matching, right? Like, yes, the ups are better, yada yada, but it's really all just high beta here. You don't have like LDO or something going like that. So when you had LDO moving hard, it was very, very different, obviously. And when you had like Aptos doing this, you know, it was very separate from the market. So you have to treat those as completely independent trades, whereas this is pretty much all beta to Bitcoin. So in this right now, I would say nothing really is immune to BTC. Even these typically wouldn't be, but you're looking more at Bitcoin to in this rally, in this particular one, for a clue as to when this rotation is over. Does that make sense? So you are looking for the end of rotations in two different ways. One is if one is altcoin specific, so you are having a strong move on something like LDO or Aptos, as we saw at the start of the year. You know, that's going to be really just down to the PA on that specific chart. And usually you get it in the form of divergences. Usually I wouldn't be trying to short something that is absolutely blasting its way through the rest of the market. You know, when we have these moves down here, you've got to think, like, even though these candles look pretty shocking and shit, you know, they're like 20% moves, right? And typically, if you've got a coin that is completely, you know, everything else is doing this on Spaghetti, and then this coin is doing that, you probably just want to be trend following it. And you just want to be slapping EMAs on or doing some other things that I go over in detail. And yeah, that's the way you want to be playing that specific scenario. And then in this specific scenario, there's a couple of things. There's one, the chart itself, because typically you'll find that, like, let's take Magic, because Magic's the strong one and I'm in a position. I'm going to delete all my shit on Magic and we'll just start again for the purposes of this discussion. So, you know, where here are we going to look at thinking about, right, where am I going to take profit? So, you know, immediately my eye is kind of drawn to this level, this pivotal level. So should we get up to there, which, you know, looks like a bit of a fucking stretch, let's be honest. You know, that's obviously a kind of question point. We've got, you know, there. So if we start hammering into that level, and we've already tapped it once, then I'd potentially take some off. But let's see, you know, then you start getting into lower time frames and realizing that from an RSI perspective, we're slowing down. Momentum is definitely dying, and then you get into the discussion of, well, you know, I'm long from down here somewhere. Do I just want to trend follow this and essentially bring stop, excuse me, stops here, just start bringing that up and just moving it up, and then if whilst I'm asleep we get this, well, fuck it, I've secured that. So that's a lot of sauce in a little dabble. And my wife has just called me. Doesn't she know that I'm streaming impromptu? Lost in the sauce. I better take this, guys. I'll be back in 5. Or I won't be. Right, we're back on. I was like, say hello, you're live in front of 100 people. What? No, I'm not. So yeah, there was some sauce there. You just slept. Apologies. We are so back. I know. Right? It's back. It's over. It's back. Sorry, we just take another swig of Coke. So yeah, that was the sauce around rotations. That's predominantly how I'm trading at the moment. But like I said, when there is a chance to get on board of a high time frame range play that's particularly clear, then I will take that. If there are clear divergences around RSI and or AO, particularly on like a 4-hour or daily perspective, I'm interested in taking those as well. It's really about let me just put this, I'll put this one in the chat for you. Yeah. But from a kind of investment perspective and a long-term holding perspective, I personally don't think that now is the time to be going balls deep in a high beta risk on asset. You've got stuff like Credit Suisse, you've got the USDC stuff that we had, ass all the time. There's so much going on in terms of potential systematic risk that I think that we're probably not at the lows of crypto, sadly. And if we are at the lows of crypto, and this is the bear market of 22 to 23, then fuck me, the bull run is going to be ridiculous, because this has been ridiculous if you can trade. So, I just think that, like, if it does this, and I miss that, oh no, fuck, I've missed the bull run. No, you dumb fucks. Like, it's going to go to 100k if it starts really going, and that's what people want and want to see from a bull run. Do you know what I mean? Oh no, I only caught like 2x on BTC. Oh no. I just think that there's no rush. People will always make you feel like there's never another trade, you're never going to make it, unless you go all in now and you have to make your money tomorrow. When you start thinking about a 5, a 10-year time horizon on all of this and all of your trading, things become a lot easier in my personal experience. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just the way my brain works. But I don't need to log on tomorrow, chuck $100,000 on an exchange, slide the leverage up to 10x, and go, right, this is going to be $1 million by the end of the week. Otherwise, I'm fucked. Please answer Delirium's queue. I did. I said ass. As I was ranting about something else. Hey Charlie, I really like the level-to-level strategy that you are using. All Twitter boys and girls are just screaming emotion and expectations. Can you recommend any literature on this kind of trading? I mean, I don't know. Like, I learnt from various different ways, and then ultimately by doing. But I mean, I've got a lot of videos on this kind of stuff in the Paragon group, which is a shameless shill of our paid group. Yes, you know, I'm a paid group leader, blah blah blah, but I rarely talk about it. But literally, as you're asking, there's a ton of stuff in there. If you want free stuff, then go tune into the likes of XO's stream and SZ's stream. They are particularly incredible at range plays and level-to-level plays. Whilst they've both got their own strengths in different areas as well, the quality of information that they provide in their YouTube streams are just amazing. If you want to get a little bit more in depth and a little bit more technical, particularly around like BTC, looking at VWAPs and various other things as well as momentum plays, then check out Trader Magus as well. So they're 3 top tier traders that you can learn a lot from on their public streams. No, it's alright. What are the different types of traders you've met? Oh, that's a really good question, actually. I was going over this the other day because I said, you know, CT is kind of due a new arc. We've had loads of different arcs in terms of, so there was a point where everyone's chart looked like this, black and white, nothing else. There was a time when everyone had some form of trend indicator on it. So EMAs. There was a time where Ichimoku was a thing. I don't see many Ichimoku traders anymore. So there's loads of different ways of doing it. And I think that's one of the things that I love about trading is that you can make it your own style and you can do what makes sense to you. So I'm not going to rant on this for too long, but the reason I love my style is a few things. Longs are so I am 75% long, I would say. Recently, in January and February, I was 90% long, and the reason is that longing in crypto is ultimately, I believe, easier than shorting, particularly in the right conditions. Because in forgiving conditions, you can just long. Yeah, find something with an edge to you. And rotations can be so quick, and when you learn to read spaghetti properly, it's literally one of the most powerful tools in terms of execution, in terms of trade management, in terms of loads of stuff. Like, it's honestly, I think this is severely underrated. And there was a period where a lot of people, you know, you'd see them using this and they'd flash it up and they'd be like, oh, this looks good. And it's like, yeah, okay. You know, you've not looked at this like at all for more than 5 minutes. Do you short weakness? No, I tend to short strength. I mean, I'm short OP right now, which should tell you something about my trading style. So, you know, you've got all these coins. Where were we? Sunday. So, you know, I am short that shitcoin there. Illiquid, liquid and strong. What's Spaghetti saying about Mask? It's pretty strong. You know, you want it to be in this quadrant. You want whatever shitcoin you're longing to be in that quadrant. Not down here. So if it's if it's getting outperformed by Bitcoin, yeah, you're doing it wrong. Do you use high leverage or mainly large spot positions? So in these conditions, I use leverage, and I use 10x leverage because it makes your P&L cards look a lot better. And when you flash it on Twitter, everyone goes, "Ooh, shiny," like some sort of retarded fish. But what I actually use leverage for is, let's say I want, on average, $100,000 position size. I can get that with $10,000 on the exchange. Not that I don't trust the exchange, but contagion happens, as we saw with FTX. So instead of leaving $100,000 on the exchange, I can leave $10,000 on the exchange and use 10x leverage. Now I have to manage my maintenance margin if I get that close to liquidation. But that never happens because I never lose a trade, obviously. That's a joke, by the way, if you're new here. I do lose trades. I lose them all the time. I'm quite happy taking trades or taking L's publicly. Although I don't really post trades on Twitter anymore. I just post memes. I don't know why people like SC do it, to be honest. Like, you just get grief when you lose a single trade. You can turn $10,000 into $1 million in front of people, and then you lose one trade, get cut for 1% of your trading balance, and everyone's like, ugh. Fucking aggro. Just post memes. But yeah, the other big thing that's kind of worrying me really is ETH BTC looks like fucking garbage. I don't even need to talk about it, do I? Looks like shit. Didn't SE trade up to 8 figures last month? Mate, I think he's got like 8 figures sat in his fucking garage. Like, honestly, he's got so many cars. But yes, probably. If you've ever tallied up the cost or rough cost of the cars that he drives, you literally go like that. See this? Add. So we can take whatever shit we want and whack it in there. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the legend that is SC. I mean, also, this will sound dumb, whoever asked about Mask, this tells you something. What I'm doing right now. Anyone care to hazard a guess? Search for the coin not in your radar? Yeah, kind of. I mean, like, literally, if you're looking through this entire sea of fucking red, like, look. It's green. Maga's got it. Like, it's really not that difficult. Like, red, 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 red. Like, ah. So basically off these Binance perps categorized, there's like 4 that are green. So you're picking a relatively strong coin compared to the rest of the market. You're colorblind, dick. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. You're probably not. You're probably just trolling. But it's a good troll if it is. And if it's not a troll, then I do apologize. But yes. It's not as bad as the meme I posted this morning, which I'm definitely going to hell for. But yeah, that was the point. Is that it's a strong coin, and now people are rushing to long it. Otherwise, the negative sign is useful. Yeah. Well done, bottom seller. That's legendary. BCH. Oh wow. Sorry, I feel like I've got to load this chart just for the sake of nostalgia. Fuck me. There were people actually longing this. I saw them on my feed. There were people actually longing this. Hasn't even broken out of its range yet. Good God. Disgusting. Right, I'll tell you what, boys and girls. I've got to ring my wife and daughter. But I've been on it for 50 minutes. I will give you 10 more of my minutes, and I will not charge you for them. So, are there any things that you want to chat about? Could be anything. Far away. Chart some shitcoin. Talk more about my chiropractor. Ass or tits? I told you. Ass. Every time. What the fuck is this? This is gonna get me zacked. Ugh. Straight to infinity. Double top. Magus Trade gifted one tier 1 sub. Cheers, Magus. You paid for some of my KFC. Legend. I think actually, Magus, you're the most gifted subs person. I need to gift you some subs. I need to get my fucking bank to stop being cunts. Am I allowed to use that word on Twitch? Probably not. What's my strategy using EMAs? No. You have to pay for that, my friend. Charlie, thoughts on INJ? I don't really have any thoughts on INJ, but I will load it up for you, my friend. Suka is actually not. I imagine it's a low liquidity shitcoin. But from a market structure perspective, not completely terrible, but given where I expect the market to go, you know. Maybe some new shit top up like LQ, GB, blah blah blah, BLT. Yeah, I completely missed this one. Like I said, I've been pretty shocking the last couple of days in terms of activity. But well, CFX has been on my radar for a while, and that's because someone in the group literally asked me to chart it and said, "What do you think of it?" So, but I haven't traded it. INJ, I've got INJ somewhere. Bosh. Oh, fuck me. What am I doing? Brushing. Fucking hell. It's actually not horrific, is it? I don't think I've got it on here. That's bad. Oh man, the kernel was stinking out my room. It's a bit different to Jim stinking out his room earlier, eh? Wee. Yeah, strong, man. INJ, good coin. Good coin. Look at that. Actually looks pretty good for a potential breakout and long. Jim's still there. Yeah, I must admit, not been on my radar, but I presume. Yeah, it's not particularly liquid, is it? 400k. I suppose that's spot, but still. I bet the perp's fucking dead. Didn't the new masseuse you told me about turn out to be good? Apologies if wife doesn't know this. Yeah, she was very pretty as well. But again, don't tell my wife that, because she's the one that booked it for me. Where would I enter a spot long on INJ? I probably wouldn't, to be honest. Not given where I think the market is heading at this point in time. But if I was to long anything right now, it would probably be this. It genuinely, like, you would just be anticipating that's it. That's the dip, kind of done. And your trade thesis would have to be, to make it worthwhile, something like this. Now, for me, the reason that I wouldn't take it is that the expectancy of this, given the rest of the market, given where BTC is, given that I think BTC has got further downside to go. I have deleted all my annotations, but there you go. And the fact that INJ is apparently pretty illiquid, but I would need to check the perp. Like that would be my thought process. So yeah. The other way of doing it would just be treat this like treat that. Oh, no, that's not very clean. Nah, ignore that. And look at it, like, fucking hell. Look at it. What's that? What's that? Fuck me. I probably wouldn't touch it with a barge pole, but yeah. So if it was liquid and let's assume it was liquid, then yeah, I'd be looking at levels where I can basically get on board and have some form of invalidation or a market-wide sell-off, and then play a rotation and add this to Spaghetti and look for that similar kind of bounce that it actually had earlier and that I longed on Magic. So yeah, not as strong on this rotation, but still, you know, you would want to see a strong sell-off, and then you would want to see INJ come out pretty fast. Offset sell-off. Does that make sense? I kind of ummed and ahed about that a lot because, one, look at it, it's so illiquid, but actually from my time frame perspective, it's not bad. And as you can see visually from this, you know, that's a pretty fucking wild recovery of the sell-off. Trying to keep Charlie fed? Yeah, thanks, Magus. I will send you the money back through the back door. Well, I've got 3 minutes. Any other questions? Fire away. But yeah, if it's high beta, if it's at local all-time high, it's usually a pretty good breakout trade. What did I get from KFC? Oh, we've been over this, man. We've been over this. It's a family feast. 10-piece. Large beans, because I'm British. British, bruv. A bottle of water. 2 corn cobs. 4 regular fries. Pepsi Max. 4 mini fillets. I didn't actually. Favourite team? Oh. Yeah, the one that always wins. Manchester United. Because I support them, that's why they win. They wouldn't do it without me. Fucking morons. You found a trigger for me. My trigger for you is putting my KFC on my keyboard. Your trigger for me is talking about football supporters. I really don't use the whole screen, do I? I'm actually just looking at what you guys see on my OBS. That's a bit better, isn't it? It's because my main monitor's fucking massive and blows my eyes out. Like 1 minute 30 seconds. No, nothing else? No? Any takers? Any questions? Quick fire? Anything? I'll answer it probably. Thanks, Charlie. Enjoy your streams. Ah, thank you, Sam Pasta. Enjoy my meal, mate. Do you think I've sat here letting a KFC get cold while talking to you guys? Jesus. I mean, I love you guys and girls and days, but no. I mean, my wife and daughter could be downstairs, you know, we could be getting burgled. I'd still finish my KFC. Bear or shark, which one are you fighting? Well, if it's on land, I'm fighting the shark. If it's in the sea, I'm fighting the bear. I have a question. Far away, quick. You've got 45 seconds, and then I'm literally just going to end the stream. Quick, Robbie Yaz. Thanks, Charlie. Have a great evening. Cheers, Arno. Or Arnoot. I don't know. You think Alt's going to move if Bitcoin can chill? Probably. When do you move on the spaghetti chart? What do you mean, when do I move? Quick. 45 seconds. I literally, see these pivot points? Pivot highs, pivot lows? I do that. Great stream as always. Thank you, Krispy Kreme. Watch them go up and say, wow. And then the move is over. Yeah, you want to be what's called buying dips and selling rips. And you want to be looking at this exact pattern here. And you want to be looking for that. And that's it. Do I like spaghetti? I actually do like spaghetti. Do I provide trading strategies on Paragon? Yes, I talk through all of this. There is hours and hours and hours of content pre-recorded by me and by Magus for both of our trading styles. And we talk about our outlooks, our views, all that kind of wonderful stuff. But We don't do an awful lot of this, but we do whilst we're explaining our trade theories, because usually what we're doing is we're waiting for something to happen, preempting it, talking through what we're preempting, and then when it happens, we are taking positions and saying this is what we've done. So yes. Hi Charlie, INJ looks like a good long. Stop trying to make me your exit liquidity. Right, I will love you and leave you all, and I will call my wife and my daughter, and I will not get in trouble, and I will move this pile of dead chicken bones that I've got next to me, and talk to you all soon. Thank you very much for being here. I will send out on the wonderful voice of Dan Panner once again, and I will see you soon.
It is my humble opinion, there's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to